Hello, welcome to another weekly vlog. My name is Melissa, MrsKevOnStage. If this is your first time here, welcome, 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 welcome. On this channel, we're gonna get a little bit of everything because I am a little bit of everything. This week's vlog will include a trip to the Mariah Carey concert, which I was super excited about. I'm trying to will myself to get more into the Christmas spirit, and all of it's actually really helping. I'm not even gonna lie to you, like I feel very Christmassy this year, and I haven't felt very Christmassy in like a few years. Probably since I moved to LA, to be completely honest with you. This week's vlog also includes a trip to Columbus. Kev was hosting the Kingdom Image Awards in Columbus, Ohio. And then I detoured to Detroit to film my promo shoot for a collab I have coming out with Hoop Mob. So excited about that. And then it ends with my conversation I had with the one and only Miss Kennedy Ryan, which I was so excited about, but also extremely nervous about. New vlog, new camera. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 that I said Vet and Glenn got us, and it looks really good. Like, look at that frame, look at the light. So it's Monday. You guys know what that means. We had our morning meeting, and now we're supporting small businesses. We're getting a little food situation because we're hungry after we just came from the cleaners, and then we're headed to do the podcast. I love this for me. We are back at home and we have tons and tons to do. I don't think I told you guys, but actually I may not be able to say that because I don't think this drops until December. I'll just edit that part out and you guys will see it later. But we'll be in Detroit this weekend shooting a surprise project. How about that, in the event that I can't say that? And that means between now and call it Friday, because we're also going to go see Mariah Carey on Friday, which that I'm excited about. Okay, I'm so excited. Like, I'm forcing myself to very much get into the Christmas spirit because obviously I haven't been in a few years. So that I'm super excited about. But all of that to say, I've been traveling so much, and when you do a lot of traveling the way that we do, it just compresses your week. And so everything that I have to do is now like immediate and urgent. And Aubrey, who's our normal editor, is out of town. So I'm feeling a little bit of the anxiety, but that's okay. We're gonna figure it out because we always do. It is officially election day, and look how excited I was. I was just so excited on the day of the election. I just knew this was going to be a historical occasion and momentous occasion, and on the other side of it, we would have elected our very first woman president. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. It's so interesting going back and looking at myself and knowing like how hopeful I was, and here we are. And that didn't happen at all. Regardless, that day I was extremely excited to share this moment that I thought would be historical with my son and my husband. And I made sure that we went and we voted in person. I didn't want to do the mail-in. Like, I wanted to go and vote in person. I wanted him to get the sticker. I wanted us to have the picture. Like, I wanted that memory. And for that, I am extremely grateful. I will say this, I use Ballotpedia every election cycle, and I'm going to highly recommend that you do. It makes it extremely easy to understand who and what you're voting on, whether that's during the midterms or every 4 years during the presidential election. Love this down. I spent the night before the election, like two and a half hours, going through the entire list of measures and people that were on the California state election ballot, trying to make sure I understood. What was really great about it, though, it was a lot of information, but what was really great about it is after I did all of that the next morning, because I was up late. So the next morning, the morning of the election, Isaiah and I rode together to the ballot box Kev was shooting. Here's the thing. So he drove separately. So I was having a conversation with Isaiah about what he can expect to see and like what I voted for, because I basically give everybody a cheat sheet. Like, I email them all of my answers, and then when you go in there, you're just checking. It's like doing an open book test. What does this say? Yes, I'm hitting yes. What does this say? I'm voting for Kamala. Great, I'm hitting Kamala. Like, it makes it extremely easy. You're not thinking in real time in the ballot box. So I'm in the car explaining to Isaiah like who we're voting for and is the what we're voting for. So we start talking about Prop 3 for the same-sex marriage proposition in California. And Isaiah was stunned that this was even still something that people were voting for, and it wasn't an assumed right. And it just made me realize how far we've come with our youth, that it's like foreign to them that this is something that we have to vote on, and it's just not something that's given. So anyway, all of that to say, we had really great conversation about this and being educated on what we are voting for, the why. All of that is because of Ballotpedia. So if you're not using Ballotpedia, highly recommend. So my pieces for my Hoop Mop collection arrived, and I realized I probably shouldn't show y'all this until the announcement is made, even though I can say this because Danielle already announced it. You'll also notice that every time I said Hoop Mob, I also edited that out, because at the time that I edited this, I was like, Melissa, why are you telling people early? Like, you want it to be a thing. And then Danielle announced it. So I was like, oh, I think I'm safe. I think I'm safe. So I'm doing a collab with Hoop Mob. It releases in December. I'm very excited about it. And I named my pieces, and as the overthinker that I am, I was extremely stressed about these names and making sure that like they made sense and people would get it. But I actually ended up having a really good time after like the stress died down. I actually had like a really good time doing this. And then we were off to the Mariah Carey concert. So this is the thing. Mariah Carey is an old school diva. Okay, she's from the 90s type diva. So of course she was late to her concert. I should have known that. In fact, I did. I just didn't think she would be as late as she was. And immediately after the concert, Kevin and I had to take a flight because we were headed to Columbus for the Kingdom Image Awards. Fantastic. Except we really only heard Mariah sing like 4 or 5 songs. Like, it really wasn't that many before we literally had to go to LAX to catch a flight. You'll know if you follow me on Instagram that I decided to sprint to the finish to make these shirts that say, I wanted them to say, it's time, a la Mariah Carey, but I couldn't find it. I initially ordered shirts on Amazon. They didn't arrive on time. So I was like, oh, I know what to do. I'll make this using my Cricut machine. First of all, she did that, okay? But I will say this, I am either taking to the Cricut machine and like the world of crafting and all of that, like a moth to a flame, or the process to which you Cricut is easier. I can't figure out which, but every time I feel like it is intimidating, but once I get in it, it's so easy. There's also tons of tutorials online to like make this easy for yourself. So all of that to say, I'm having a blast. Like, I'm having so much fun. I have more projects I want to do. I just finished my mugs. Like, actually, it's not true. I probably have like a handful of mugs more that I have to do. But for the most part, my mugs are done. And now I have another grand idea that I won't even spoil right now. But like, I'm having a good time. Like, I really am. I also know that I'm certainly in the Christmas spirit because I'm the person that when people have like a lot of Christmas decor all over their house, my brain categorizes it as like junk and like a mess. Like, why do you have all this like mess everywhere? And so I've never been the person to like fully decorate my house in anything, to be honest. I don't do it for Valentine's Day. I'm not doing it for St. Patrick's Day. Like, I'm not that girl. Like, I like my decor. My decor is my decor, and my decor is my decor for 365 days. This year, because I'm trying to get more in the Christmas spirit, I accidentally found myself at Home Goods and like Target. Although this morning I'm gonna go back to Michael's and buy some stuff. Anyways, that's not the point. I bought some stuff to decorate my house and it brings me so much joy. I found a few recipes for simmer pots, and so my house smells very Christmassy. I've already started the Christmas music. When Kev comes home from churchy at night, I like set the mood. I turn the lights down really low. I leave one light on, but it's an adjustable one, so it's just like on a dimmer. And then I have my simmer pot going, so again, it smells like Christmas. I have the Christmas music going on in the background at like 1.5, so it's like super vibey. I left his food out the other night. I left his food out so he can eat it. And when he came in, he was like, this was really nice, because I had like a hard day at work. Like, this was really nice. And I was like, I'm happy you appreciate it, because I'm enjoying, like, I don't know, I'm enjoying this phase. What I know about myself to be true is it is really important for me to do these things in my home, to like set the tone of my home and make it feel like a home. I also recognize it's equally as important to me to make money and bring in a stream of revenue into this house. Like, I know I'm not, and this is no shade or disrespect, I know I'm not like 100% a homemaker. I also know that going out into the workforce and allowing that to, I did this, take all of my time and effort also feels really bad to me, because there's certain things I want to do in my house that my job doesn't allow me to. And so I'm learning to find and strike the balance between both of those like competing sides of myself and allowing them to coexist. I am a modern woman, and I will always be a modern woman that wants to work. I'm just not domesticated in that way. I want to work. That's why I have a podcast. That's why I do brand deals. Like, I make a point to do these things because it is important to me that I bring revenue into my home. And I don't care if I'm just paying for the groceries. I'm paying for something. Okay, that's one side of me. It is also just as important, equally important. There is no top one, top two. On individual days, those priorities may change, but me as a person, those two things are equally important to me and they coexist. And I'm embracing allowing that to be. I think for a long time, I thought I had to choose to like go out to work and let the side suffer, or I'm only like, for a little while, I was like, I'm only going to focus on like the domesticated part of myself. And it was like, but then I was unhappy and unfulfilled because it is important to me that I work. So all of that to say, all of this is me and I'm enjoying being me. I just realized that I shot that whole last thing in vertical mode. This is something I'm going to have to get used to on this camera. So I apologize for that, that will be in the wrong dimensions. Currently on a call with Spectrum, currently on a call for Churchy with the production team. But I stopped by the UPS store as soon as I was done with my call with him. And make sure I don't have the address on here. My packages came in, so I'll show you guys what these look like as soon as this call's done. All right, meeting is over, and now I'm going to open everything for my collection. I have to name everything. We're so committed.
Mariah, Carey. Do my ladies love Mariah?
Saturday morning. We've been traveling all night. I still have yesterday's makeup on because we went straight from the Mariah Carey concert to the airport, and now we are in Columbus. We had a layover in Chicago and the flight was delayed like 2 or 3 times, so we're tired and I feel like yesterday. I want to take this makeup off. I hate traveling in makeup, and I didn't have much choice, so I had to do that, and I'm just, you know, ready to take a shower and start the day fresh. So we're waiting on bags. Kev is hosting the Kingdom Awards. We'll be getting dressed, getting all ready for that, and yeah. All right, so we just got to the Kingdom Image Awards. We're in our dress room. Kevin, don't you look so nice? Show the people what you look like, Kevin. Looking like McKinley. Why you look so evil and mad?
I was doing my caca.
Oh, yeah, I met Micaiah actually.
I was trying to match her
energy.
Yeah.
We just saw Micaiah's little recital she did today, and she actually did amazing. She was like the only kid actually like low-key performing. She did so good. She was on beat and everything, smiling, having a good time. I'm proud of her, okay? I want y'all to see my dress. It's so pretty. Isn't it so pretty? I love it so much. Okay, I want to do a video.
Yeah, I was just waiting.
See, I can't. That's why I can't do nothing, because
No,
he wants priority.
I
Okay,
thought
bye.
you were done.
Kevin, how are you feeling? You're about to get started.
A little nervous.
Attention
Are you really?
backstage, it is 6:08.
I don't know what time we're
I repeat, it
starting.
is
I don't have
6:08. We are at
thing
our
in my
final
hand,
call for
the,
places. I repeat, we
paper
are
in my
at our
hand, so I feel
final
like
call.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm about to ask some actually.
Okay.
Lights are off. Where is the God of electricity? Where is the God of the heat?
It is 10 o'clock and we're still here.
Man, that place so good. We didn't rehearse this, y'all. We didn't rehearse it.
Church folk don't know how to sing their song, do what they're supposed to do and sit down. Girl.
My time is up.
Yeah, show time is up. Let's go. I am watching the Martha Stewart documentary on Netflix, and there are so many things about this. You should watch it if you haven't. We're going to talk about it on Gin and Juice tomorrow. I just told my sister to watch it. Let me just go through some of the things. I've been texting Amara nonstop because this documentary is hilarious. I am so inspired, first of all, okay? Martha Stewart is a boss, and she deserves to have some respect put on her name, but she is actually hilarious in like the most non-funny way. First of all, she's talking about her husband cheated on her, and she's like, women, if your husband cheats on you, recognize him for who he is, and that means he's a POS and you need to get out of there. So the interviewer says, didn't you cheat on your husband first? And she goes, yes, but it was very brief. It was a very attractive man, but it was very brief. And I think her first husband's name was Andy, and I don't think he knew about it. So the interview's like, he did know about it. He told us. She's like, he did? Still, get out of that relationship, because a man that cheats on you is a POS. He's not. I'm like, girl, that would make you the POS because you cheated on him first. I'm so confused. Okay, that's the first thing. The whole and I remember hearing about this when I was younger, but like watching it, like she's this homemaker that makes these beautiful things, but it is not to be played with. Okay, play games somewhere else, not with her, because she's not it. Okay, this like is hysterical. She said she was with this man in her 40s. She was desirable. She was gorgeous, and basically he wasted her time. Give me the confidence of this white woman. Okay, give me the confidence of this white woman. She went to prison, we all know this, for this insider trader thing, which first of all, it was with James Comey is the person that went after her. We all know who James Comey is, the director of the FBI. Anyway, she talks about this reporter that was saying all these nasty things about her. And so they go to her in real time, and she's like, yeah, she's dead now, thank goodness. So she won't have the opportunity to say these horrible things about these people. Girl, what? You can't say that. I have to cut in here because in real time I didn't know this, but my sister and I talked about the Martha Stewart documentary on Gin and Juice, and our viewers were saying that the woman Martha is talking about, her name is Andrea Payser. Look her up and put Andrea Payser New York Post, and the title is like, I'm not dead. Like literally this woman is not dead. Martha Stewart, I believe Martha Stewart knows this woman is not dead. Martha Stewart is just being Martha Stewart. One thing about it, I don't believe that there is ever anything new under the sun. So if I thought about it, that means somebody else did. So I just literally Googled in YouTube gingerbread mansion. Voila, this exists. Yeah, I found it on Amazon for like $40, which is great because I think I only need like 4 or 5 max. I'm super excited. The kit includes candies already. Like, this is great. I'll make sure to link it if you guys are interested, but it's freaking fantastic. I'm so excited. Although the ratings are not good. Yikes. Uh-oh. Customers are unhappy with the advent calendar. They say it arrived broken and crumbled, making it a waste of money. Many also mentioned that the return policy is non-existent. Dang it. Junk. Do not purchase. This is as recent as November 2nd, 2024. It's only the 10th. Came crumbled. Do not waste your money. God dang it. All right, I'm back to the drawing board. So I've decided I have 2 options for my gingerbread houses. I can either A, buy them and spend all the money in the world, or B, I can make them. And I understand that's going to take all of my time, but it will be less money. The other side of me is this. I am starting to lean into, and I already have been with the help of my therapist, lean into like the authenticity of who I am. That's why I don't have a niche. I do a lot of random things because it's genuinely who I am. And I can do things for content because I would want to do them anyway. And so I think I'm gonna make these gingerbread houses. I'm actually gonna do a test run maybe today. And I'm just gonna film it. I'm gonna make it content so it serves the purpose of content because I probably was gonna do it anyway. And it'll be cheaper. And so I'm super, super excited about this. I don't have to be beholden to buying gingerbread houses and having them arrive broken, not having enough pieces. Like, I can just make it. Why can I not? Who's gonna check me? It's shoot day for my collab. We just got to the makeup artist suite so I can get my makeup done. Uh-oh, door's locked. Courtney's here, she flew in last night. There's Deja right there. And she's gonna be doing my makeup job. Today's a good day, exciting day. We have a lot of things going on. Y'all look at this. It's very pretty. I mean, this is exactly what I had in my mind. But Deja did it.
Okay.
Period.
It's so pretty.
It's very pretty. Listen, we are done. And this is so pretty. It's like a nudie glam look, which is very my vibe. It's very pretty. Very, very, very pretty. So we just got to, what is this, y'all headquarters? What is this place?
This is a random studio.
Oh, hello. Listen, don't do me because I done prophesied over their life and said this is their shooting space. Okay? So we're just here, you guys. Deja in Detroit or wherever the city she's in, she did such a good job on this makeup. It's so good. I just want y'all to know that. Going into the first look, okay? We'll figure out this hair. A lot of direction. Pose me, and I mean move my hand. Listen, this makeup don't come
Her makeup is eating.
Who did you talk to? Her name is Deja.
Zoe by name.
Things are going well. See?
Oh, you might as well switch your hair.
I'm tired, but things are going well.
I want to make some. I want to get on. And I hate traveling on planes with a full face of makeup. And I will be doing that today. I need a full 24 hours of this. I'm taking off the room.
Even that is like gorgeous. Yes. Period.
Yeah, fantastic.
Perfect. And you can bring your head towards me.
So I'm officially back from traveling back in LA, and the very next day we had a meeting with Confluential / the Black Love team to work on a pitch that we're kind of working on in the background. Very excited for that. And then it was a long day. We've been working on Churchy, trying to get it to the point of principal photography, and it has been a marathon. Okay, it's been a marathon that we have run in like a sprint time frame. So we were extremely tired and had been on meetings all day, and then got in the car and drove to the meeting. And so we decided to stop in Santa Monica to eat dinner, and it was really good. Like low-key, it was very, very good. Today is Wednesday. I'm back home in LA, and I've been in meetings all day. We had a finance meeting for Churchy, and then we had a department heads meeting for Churchy, and now Kevin and I are headed to Confluential to do a pitch meeting, practice of sorts. You can see the Black Love is beautiful. We just arrived at the Black Love compound for our meeting. All right, our meeting is over. We decided to go to meet on Grand in Santa Monica to eat because we are starving. And our food just arrived. I'll turn the camera around so you guys can see it. Kev's clearly excited the way he's dancing. I'll put my plate up here. But we got a little steak situation. We got some mashed potatoes.
Meat to meat.
That actually looks like it needs some salt and pepper. And then we got some cauliflower. That's some shishita peppers over there. So very good, we're excited. And now it's the Tyson Paul day. Tyson Paul, I think that's their names. Paul, Logan Paul, the Logan's brothers, the Paul brothers. Anyways, that day. It's tomorrow, the fight, meaning the fight between Mike Tyson and Paul Logan, or whatever the Paul brother is. Logan Paul, or whatever. And we've decided to throw a little bit of like a fight party. It's not a real fight party, but my sister is coming over and her family, and then Amara and Joshua have decided to come over, and our friend Karen is going to come over as well. And since I'm in my full-blown like suburban mom era, and I realized I need to start doing more stuff for content. So the stuff that I actually like really enjoy, I should just film, because that would be content. So I'm like, I want to do this, I should film it. So that's what I've decided I'm going to do. So anyway, what we've decided to do is make these. Okay, so let me show you the video I'm inspired by. So there's this TikTok going around, which I think I'm gonna end up doing. I bought the molds, but they don't come in until Saturday, which is obviously too late. So I think I'm gonna do it for the Winter Wonderland. But basically it's this video, and what she's doing is she takes that mold, she melts peppermints inside of them, and then when they come out, they are shot glasses. And so being super inspired by this, I really wanted to do this and make it with like chocolate and make like hot chocolate shot. Obviously that didn't work. So I found these spoon molds. So what we're going to do instead is put chocolate in the spoon molds and make hot chocolate with Baileys. Obviously the kids don't have to have Baileys, and I'm super excited about it. So I am ordering the stuff right now, and I'll take you guys on the journey. But let me tell you something. The only person worse than me when it comes to this kind of stuff, outside of like me and my sister, is Izimar. Like, she's like, I don't need an excuse to be extra. And I'm like, great. I need more people in my life that are not like, Melissa, you're so extra, it's annoying. I need more people to be like, yes, you're extra, I'm extra, let's be extra together. Like, I need to be encouraged, okay? It's fun. Like, it makes tomorrow fight night fun. Like, it's not just us getting together. Like, we're actually going to be doing something. And I don't know, I enjoy that. If it's not for you, I get it. But like, the people that it's for, hear me when I say, be extra. Do the things. If it brings you the joy that it brings me, like, I'm so excited for tomorrow, do it. Do it. Who's going to stop you? Do the things that make you happy. I'm making this hot chocolate from scratch with these chocolate spoons that I'm very excited about. Making that TikTok content. So I just did that, but I need to make some chili so that way the boys have something to eat tonight. So that's what I'm going to do now and show you guys my favorite chili recipe. First, I'm going to dice up red pepper, green pepper, and an onion. You think I have some for you, and I don't. First, cut up some bacon and put that in my pot. Bacon is done. I'm just moving this out of the pot. Oh, I'm using a Dutch oven. I'm using Mr. Make It Happen and a little bit of Danny Rose's recipe. I actually do a combination of both. He normally goes straight in with his meat afterward. I like to saute my vegetables first and then add the meat. What do y'all do? Just out of curiosity. Bell peppers and a little bit of garlic. I'm telling you right now, if you're not using ancho chili powder in your chili, you're missing out. This is where the flavor is, not chili powder. I'm telling you right now, and a little bit of liquid smoke. Those are like his secret ingredients, and it has made me a believer. So I always season my vegetables with a little bit of that to make sure the flavor is all throughout. You know what I mean? You want a layered flavored situation. And then once my vegetables are kind of sauteed a little bit, I don't like them to get fully sauteed, but I do like them to be a little sauteed before I add that meat in now. I'm going to use the AP all-purpose seasoning, which has salt, onion powder, garlic powder, add a little bit of smoked paprika, and of course I'm going to add some ancho chili powder and a little bit of salt. He also adds a little bit of cinnamon, which my family actually really likes when I add cinnamon. It adds like a depth to it that I don't really know how to explain, but it's really good. And I'm going to add a little bit of chili powder. And I actually add a little bit of sazon seasoning in here as well. I eventually add some Worcestershire sauce, which I'll probably do right now, and liquid smoke. It makes for a really good chili. Listen to me what I tell you. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and then I'm going to drain this fat. And then I'm almost done. And then Tony Baker's coming. Did I say that? And I'm going to attempt to make a vegan chili. Wish me luck. Tablespoon of young seasoning. I'm going to add some chicken stock. It's actually very good. 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes. And then he uses about a half can of crushed tomatoes. Hopefully I can use the rest of this for Tony Baker's recipe. And then one of his secret ingredients is tomato soup. It makes it really, really creamy. I'm gonna add in a little bit of liquid smoke. This is another key ingredient, okay? Just a dash will do. but it makes a huge difference. The cinnamon and this and the ancho seasoning, those are like my must-haves. Like if I'm making chili, I have to use those. I think it just makes the chili taste like really full-bodied, and it's just really, really good that way. Like if you don't do anything else, add that. And then I'm just adding some kidney beans. This is looking really good. I'm gonna let it cook for about an hour or so. And well, really until everybody gets here. I'll check it just to make sure the seasoning is where I want it to be. But so far, so good. While my regular chili is cooking, I'm going to start the vegan chili. I'm really nervous because it calls for like an apple. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna clean off my cutting board because I cut bacon on it. So as to not get cross-contamination for vegan Tony. Vegan chili is going to be in the red Dutch oven. So it calls for an onion, garlic, and apple, vegetable stock, apple juice, adobo, chilies, well, the sauce and the adobo chili, and that's really it. Some seasoning and some beans and some vegetable stock. It doesn't seem hard. I'm worried about the taste because I've never done it before, but it doesn't seem hard. So I'm going to cut up the vegetables first and then we'll see how it goes. What is so funny is that there is a vegan coming to the Winter Wonderland. So I wanted to test this recipe out anyway. So I'm actually very excited to see how it all works. But I am a little anxious as well because it's the apple that I think is throwing me. It doesn't seem like it should go, but vegans be doing stuff like adding apples in their chili. So I'm nervous. I think I'm stressed because I feel like this is like so different, even though it's just food. Like it's just the title of vegan, Melissa. Like it's really not different. You make chili all the time. Very good chili, mind you. But for some reason I am like really thinking this is like something completely different, and it's really not. It's apples, it's garlic, it's onion, and now I'm gonna add a bell pepper. I need to clean it. You got a red onion, apples, garlic, bell pepper. I just bought this from Crate & Barrel. I'm going to attempt to make a homemade sangria, and I'm so excited. I actually think it's really funny because I think this is the first time the vlog is seeing kind of behind the scenes of like how random I am and like how I just really enjoy making things from scratch on like really random occasions. It just hits me and I'm like, I should go do this. And I feel like I've talked about it a lot on different podcasts, but like this is the first time that I'm actually showing you guys like I really be like, Tony Baker's coming over, he doesn't have anything to eat, I should make a vegan chili. And then I go and do it. It's really my life. Just show this to you guys. I just got this. Literally just opened it. I think I opened it on the blog. I'm so mad. Ugh. So I added the tomato paste, added some vegetable stock and some roasted tomatoes. And now it's asking for chili powder, smoked paprika, cumin, cinnamon, salt, and pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of this ancho chili seasoning because I just prefer my chili to have that seasoning. I'm gonna add a little bit of this all-purpose seasoning as well. I'm basically gonna attempt to season this the way that I normally would season chili. So we're gonna add some smoked paprika. Basically everything I just used. A little bit of chili powder, some cinnamon, and I'm gonna add, looking to see if Worcestershire sauce has anything in here that I don't think he can eat. So it's vinegar, molasses, salt, caramel, soy and corn protein, onion, and garlic. So I think this is safe. So we're gonna add just a touch of that. And I'm gonna add some liquid smoke as well. Yeah, so I think this should be fine. So we're just gonna add a pinch of that. And we're just gonna let this simmer and pray for the best while I clean this kitchen. But so far it looks pretty good. McKinley is now here and we're making cornbread muffins. So she's mixing everything together. And now I'm gonna add this in there. We're gonna keep mixing. Okay, the vegan chili is done. I just tried it. It's actually not bad. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but we're about to have Greg try it. But the flavor's not bad.
Flavor ain't bad. It's gonna burn my mouth.
Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. We're coming back. Mara's here. Joshua's there behind the Christmas tree. Very good. Karen's here. She's helped me. There we go. Make the hot chocolate better than what it was. Because listen to me, it wasn't doing what needed to be done, but it is now. We are in the process. Well, no. Imara is making charcuterie. Okay? Boom. She has the molds. I told you guys about the molds yesterday. And the peppermints are here.
I'm gonna go spawn.
Okay.
You don't know how.
We're gonna stick it in here like
What are you
that.
making, Liz?
I didn't show you.
What do you think she's doing before she shows you?
That's good.
Is this an ice?
It's a mold.
I would say like a popsicle thing or some sort of frozen treat.
Yeah, pretty close.
What is it?
I should show you a picture. It's better. I mean, the
He's
video.
alright.
pretty cool.
I was spying on him taking people.
Yeah, it's gonna track you now.
this right now or watching.
Well, then don't do it, Netflix. Put it
Here.
on tape delay.
Here, Kev, come look.
Netflix, if y'all, this is about the 5th or 6th time this done happened.
Ready. Easy. Ready. Yeah. Ready.
Oh, Tony's here to taste it.
Breath gonna
Can I
be
do
fresh
one?
on this. Yeah, you throw that in the oven?
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
hot.
glass?
Yes.
I was way off.
No, but you can use it for ice too.
Yeah, you can use it
Oh,
for ice.
how do you get it hard?
It melts.
There's a-
No more TikTok. You need to be
Hey,
stopped.
hey, we're
She sent it to
enjoying
me
it.
and I was like,
I'm with her.
Y'all be yapping up on the
Just as bad. I have found my tribe.
crazy. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm just gonna tell you now. Liz, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you now.
Vegan cheese is right here for you. And I'll get you a spoon here. And then all of this is obviously. Okay, me and Makai are almost done. All right, in the oven it goes.
That was a pickup fight because
Melissa Stewart. Tony is here. He is the final test. He's the last, what is it called? The last boss.
The last boss.
Okay.
The vegan chili. Melissa.
Okay, hold on. There we go.
Oh, snap. It does all that?
Yeah.
That's fancy. Melissa's vegan chili with a secret surprise in there. She wouldn't tell me what was in it. So I'm like, it's chili. And I'm Chili McGee. That's what they call me in the street. Look at you already got it on. Yeah.
Oh, it's down good.
Yeah, it's been worked.
I love that for
work.
me. I managed to not record Tony Baker's reaction and I'm so mad at myself, but he had a really good reaction to this vegan chili that I made and I'm here for it. If you're vegan, let me know what you put in your chili. I will say this, Tony is on a like non-manufactured kick of vegan food, so he's not really into like the Impossible meats or the tofu or anything. He really enjoyed it and I'm not gonna lie, everyone who tried it said it was really good. The flavor was so good. You couldn't tell there was apples in there. It didn't get mushy. It didn't make it weird. Like, highly recommend. But if you're vegan and you have a recipe, please drop it. I want to try it. I'm very proud because y'all know I was stressed.
It had the extra sweet element. I'm not going to say what it was.
I can't. Yeah. Oh no, I told the camera what it
you
was.
told the camera?
Yeah, it was the apple. So the peppermint shot glasses are finished. Well, they just came out the oven. They have to cool down before they're like fully formed. But you guys are so good. Look. So good. I know it spilled a little bit over there, but so good. We're very excited. Let's see.
How do you spell her name?
Oh, I should have what you call it to get the air bubbles out. You know, you drop it.
did it work?
I think so.
Oh.
Baby was high.
Gagai,
She feels a part of it.
go show your mom. Go show your mom. Move, Monty Bear. Go live your life. We did it!
Wait, no, how do you spell Mariah?
M-A-R. I'm gonna apologize now because I keep forgetting that I need to do it this way. So I apologize if this vlog, that part may be vertical.
That's so cool.
It's so great. It's very cool. Yeah. It worked. The level of excitement cannot be contained. Okay? They're literally perfection. Cute. Okay, so we have this chocolate Baileys that we're going. You can come in.
I totally did.
That we're gonna put inside of here. Joshua's gonna have one. Auntie Karen's gonna have one. I'm gonna have
I was
one.
coerced when I offered that I wanted to have one.
Thank you. I'm way too excited about
What's
this.
cool is you can still see the round.
Yes.
The round candy, right?
Yes. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
One thing they do with Jake, they pick the right fire every time. There's enough interest.
The level of excitement that we had about these shot glasses, girl, you couldn't tell us we weren't a kid on Christmas morning. Okay, we were so excited that it worked. So excited that they were so cute. Like everything about it, we were just so excited. I have found my tribe. Okay, Karen was overjoyed. And one thing about my Kai, she gonna help her auntie, okay? I help you, auntie. Auntie, I help you. Every time you see Makai, she gonna ask me, auntie, can I help you? Okay? That's my pumpkin pie. I love that little girl though. That's good. This is really good. Look. This right here? Look, you gotta go like this.
It's like chocolate syrup.
Yeah. Should you have put something in it?
What's crazy?
It's so good.
What's crazy is when I sipped out of the cup, I tasted the peppermint
I
and then the
take you
chocolate
too.
syrup.
I did too.
It's good.
Look. This is fantastic.
This is a good time.
This is a good time.
The possibilities are endless.
Endless.
I love living on the West Coast.
Karen has put whipped cream on top of this little mini shot. And I'm just beside myself.
Now, if you had like crushed peppermint candy, you could
And
do
put
like
on
a little-
top. We could be pretty. Today is Kennedy Ryan Day and I am so excited. If you're unfamiliar, I became a Kennedy Ryan fan actually at the recommendation of my therapist. She was like, you're reading too many self-help books. I feel like they're affecting you. You need to read like more fiction. I have the perfect book for you. It is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. So she was mailing that book to me. And before it got to my doorstep, I actually downloaded it on Audible. And I mean, I zipped through it so quickly. I was like instantly in love with this book. And it just took me down the spiral, honestly, of fiction, romance, and like opening the door for me to be exposed to all of these fantastic and wonderful readers. And honestly, I'm so grateful for my therapist because I've had a time in this world. Kennedy Ryan's re-releasing her book, Real, that she originally released as a independent author. Now she has a publisher. And so they're re-releasing it with a bonus epilogue and a new cover, which I should show you guys, but I don't have it in here. It's in my room. And asked me to host her LA tour date. Typically when authors release books, Kevin and I did, you go on like a book tour and you have a host. Sometimes you travel with one, sometimes you get one local. So she asked me to host her LA date. I was so nervous. I felt like I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to like live up to the expectation of this tour date for her. But when I tell you it went so phenomenally well, it went really phenomenally well. It is not recorded anywhere in its entirety, but I did ask Kevin to get clips. Some of the best moments, I'm not gonna lie, Kevin missed, but there are still some really, really good ones. And instead of cutting them down, I included as many of them as I could without hopefully boring you. I'm hoping that you find it interesting and a good time. But if for no other reason, it's a great memory for me to have. Kennedy Ryan Day. I'm very excited. Kevin's about to shoot. Here's the thing, it's 8:30. I am going to prepare, make sure that I'm squared away for it tonight, write down my questions. I already sent them over to the team for approval, but I just want to make sure that I'm prepared and kind of set myself up for success, basically. So I'll be doing that today. We had a really good time yesterday. I'm a little tired, but we had a really good time yesterday. Hot chocolate and the chocolate molds, which I'm going to try to do again and make a video using a different chocolate. Actually, I should order that right now. Because the recipe that I use had like condensed milk and heavy whipping cream in it. And I think that's cool if like you want to eat it, but for the mold, you actually want a chocolate that's gonna like harden, and it never hardened. It was very like pliable. It was almost fudgy. So didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. So we're gonna try it again, and then I posted the little shot glasses, and so people have asked me like how did I do it, so I'm gonna do a little video as well. I wanted to do it today, but I don't think I'm going to have time to do it today. So the plan would be to do it tomorrow. Get up early, get dressed, and make both of those videos tomorrow. So anyway, I'm very excited for tonight. It should be a really, really, really good time. And I'm a little nervous because I don't want it to be like boring. I want to make sure it's fun. And so that has me a little bit in my head, to be completely honest with you. So by the time this comes out, I was about to say pray for me, but by the time this comes out, it would have been done. Okay, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So anyway, stay tuned for the really quick. I haven't given you guys an update on Tony's house. I've been traveling so much, but the girls are doing what needs to be done. So let me just quickly give you guys a little mood board situation. The mood board for the dining room, living room, and the primary bedroom. This is just a single, the tile that we're putting down. Tony likes really dark, kind of moody colors, and I think they've nailed it, and I'm just so excited. He's excited, like he'll put in like, I'm so excited, I love these colors, and I'm so excited for him. I wanted to give you guys an update on the Winter Wonderland. So let me see if this will pull. So this is what the rendering is looking like. Really cool, right? So we'll have white drapery. We'll have these little tables, obviously, with the decor on the top, because remember, it's, you know, Winter Wonderland, obviously. I love these balloons. These were like a must-have. They're not balloons, but like these ornaments, so to speak. They were like a must-have for me. This will be the chocolate bar station. And then we're going to have the gingerbread houses, which I'm going to attempt to make those from scratch. She just sent this to me. I didn't have a chance to really look at it. It looks really, really good, and I'm just super pumped about it. And then did I show you guys last little update? Did I show you guys my pictures from my photo shoot? Am I gonna be able to send you guys? Kev is shooting. Here's the thing, if you hear that downstairs. These are pictures from my photo shoot I took this weekend with. So I'm super excited. You guys know how I feel about taking pictures. These aren't all of them, obviously, but I'm such a vulnerable experience taking pictures, and these turned out really well. These are unretouched. Oh, here we go. So these are just straight from the camera. Oh wait, there was one that I wanted to show you specifically that's like my favorite. Here it is. I just love this photo so much. So anyway, those are my little updates. But look who I have with me.
What's going on? We back.
I'm so excited.
I need this little camera you got. Hold on.
Oh, it's so good. You guys, look at this. First of all, look at the wing. This is how you know I got my makeup done, if you see a wing. This is how you know, because I can't do it. You guys, so good. It's just so like smoky, sultry, but also cranberry, also fall a little bit.
Right, real fall.
Yeah, it's very fall. We love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
We will see y'all on the next. Look, she convinced me to get on YouTube.
Please,
okay?
and check out his YouTube. He's going to teach y'all the situations.
So we're going to do some tutorials. Y'all be on the look for that. She's going to be my first model.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Tuned.
I love it.
MrsKevOnStage is a multifaceted, multi-talented influencer and mogul. The Queen of Hugs by her readers. She is a wife to her lifetime lover. I got to hear their meet cute earlier today. It's really cute. She's a wife to her lifetime lover and mother to an extraordinary son. I'm going to get out of the way and introduce Melissa and Carey. However, with that said, if you have not experienced Real via the audio book, you should. It is not just a book that you are listening to, it is a book that you are experiencing. And so the first question that I have is, first of all, thank you for taking pride and care for your audio listeners and putting such love into the audio version of this book.
I wrote Real during the pandemic. Like some of you may or may not realize, we're calling this a re-release because I self-published this book. Most people think of me as a traditionally published author, which I am, but I'm a hybrid author, meaning I also publish indie. I have a real passion for indie romance, specifically for Black indie romance.
So you talked about your narrators. Can we just stop and give a round of applause for Jacoby, please?
We have, when people say, what do I read after Real? I always tell them, read the close-up novella. Because that is the best friend I know, right? In Real, there's a best friend named Takira, and I have written a novella for her. And it is, believe it or not, it's the spiciest book I've ever written.
Centering Black and brown women, and even more than that, you're allowing us to have our happy ending. Yes. And I think we're not certain, that's not what we're told that we can have or deserve.
Yes.
And with these women, they get their happy ending. I remember when I was first, actually it was Real, and I was like, I don't know where this book is ending. I don't know what's happening.
Which happens a lot with my books.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what's going on?
What's going on? I don't really know. I feel like I need to prepare myself because this is going in the direction I didn't expect. It's actually where I made the video where I was like, Kennedy, and come to the front. Yes. I thought this was going left, we're going right. Come to the front and center. I need to understand what's happening. And so I remember you commented. Has anyone ever got a comment from Kennedy Ryan?
Yes, girl.
We just want to stop and say we appreciate it.
Exactly.
New York Times best-selling author, and she's out in the trenches commenting. I just made the whole middle name for you and you commented? I didn't expect that to happen. But I remember you commented and you said, don't worry, your heart is always safe with me. Isn't that sweet? And so I want to know, like, what is it? I mean, you sound very intentional, but like the intention that you take in taking care of the heart of your readers. What does that look like? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I talk about writing Hippocratically. And what I mean by that is if you know, like doctors, they take a Hippocratic oath, which says, first, do no harm. And so for me, that's the first rule of writing, because it can be a great story, but if it's harmful, especially to marginalized or vulnerable populations, or if it's hurtful without healing, then I don't want it. Right? So that's kind of where I start, is Hippocratically. First, do no harm. And then, especially if I'm writing outside of my experience, then the word for me is respect. So I'm having, and part of it I think is my journalism background. I always start with interview. Like the first thing I do when I'm writing is I draft my subject list. Who are the people who have actually lived this, who I am going to be in conversation with, and who are going to ensure that this is accurate. You know, so that's like the first step, is respect. And to write some of these experiences, especially since some of them are difficult experiences, to write them presumptively is the height of arrogance. And so that's where we go with that. And then of course, sensitivity readers. I compensate sensitivity readers who are reading for accuracy. And what we're talking about, because this is something that I've really been contemplating lately, is the freedom that I don't think some of my white counterparts and colleagues do. I have a lot of friends who are amazing authors who are white, and I don't think that they realize that they just get to talk about their work. They just get to talk about, you know, their characters falling in love, and we are always having to talk about diversity, and we're always having to talk about racism. You know, every interview, that is a part of the conversation. And Toni Morrison talked about racism as a distraction, right? It's something that we have to contend with, but as artists, it's often a distraction. So one thing that is really important to me when I'm writing is that I'm centering Black and brown women, and that I'm being respectful, and I'm using sensitivity readers. And when it comes down to it, I'm like, you guys get to have that, and you get to talk about that. And when you write about something, it's deep and emotional. And when I write the same thing, it's called trauma. I mean, it is. And so many readers are like, oh, I don't want to read Black authors because it's going to be trauma. You know, and I'm like, oh, but when a white author writes it, it's just deep and emotional, right? And so I want to unpack, now that we're talking about safety and people's hearts being safe, I want to unpack a little bit about my approach, which is when I'm writing a difficult experience, there's something called trauma-informed fiction. And that is when you have a difficult experience that you're incorporating into your narrative, and you are in conversation with people who have actually navigated and often survived those experiences, and that truth is informing what you write. So I'm never going to write trauma-informed fiction without writing what's called trauma-responsive fiction. And trauma-responsive fiction says, yes, there was hurt, but guess what? There's healing.
Yeah.
And so I'm always laying a path for healing. Anytime I'm writing hurt, I'm writing the response of healing. And so that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about taking care of a reader's hearts, is all of that process, which is the interviewing people who have actually gone through that so that we're accurate, and then the sensitivity readers to ensure that it's, it's not too much and that it's all of that. And then we're talking about, what I was just talking about. So it's like all of that goes into it. And the reason I'm doing that is because so often people are like, it's romance. Okay, it's not that serious. It's escapism. Why are we talking about these things? And for me, the safest genre landscape to have difficult conversations is romance. And the reason I say that is because there's a guaranteed happily ever after. You are guaranteed joy. So no matter how difficult it gets, you have an assurance, this is going to end well for a Black woman. This is going to end well for a brown woman. And in real life, we don't have that assurance. I'm in control and I can give it to us.
That's right. Yeah!
That's really good. That was a really good answer. That's like a man. Good grief.
Well, actually, hold on. I have one question I actually really wanted to ask.
Okay.
The question that I have was, when you look back over your career, what do you want your legacy to be in the romance genre? What would you love for people to say about Kennedy Ryan's impact in romance?
I would like for people to say, and I think I can say it because this is my heart now, is understanding my place in this genre, is that Kennedy Ryan, talk about herself with it, but Kennedy Ryan understood what romance was capable of. I think that people constantly underestimate what this genre is capable of. And I think part of it, obviously, has its roots in misogyny and patriarchy. Because anything that centers women, that's run by women, that esteems women, that centers our pleasure and our agency, anything like that, patriarchy defines. Right? So I understood the assignment as far as establishing women at the center of these narratives as powerful, self-determining, self-actualized beings, right? That's the first thing. And I understood that romance is capable of great discourse. I want people to understand that romance can be used to interrogate our belief systems, to hold up mirrors, and to ask us hard questions. So it's not just swooning, it's not just sex scenes, it's not just whatever people assume romance. We are as capable of transformational narratives as any other genre, more so. And so that's, I think, what I want my legacy to be, is impact, discourse, and what we're capable of. And then, of course, mostly highest, centering Black and brown women finding joy being loved outrageously and unconditionally.
And go after your dreams. All right, very good. Quick, rapid fire.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. I can't remember the question that'll get to this answer, but when you talk about your intellectual curiosity, your 3...
Yes. Yes, and I'm like, okay, don't go blank. So I have 3 things that, it's like a calculus I have, and I have them written on my board, the 3 things that drive me to write a story. The first is creative conviction. And creative conviction is basically like, there's something, if you're familiar at all with like the strengths finders, if anybody's familiar with strengths finder, and you have the different strengths, my like number 3 is like belief, which is very, very high, because not many people have belief that high. Belief is exactly what it sounds like. It's like, okay, I am a cause person, I believe this thing, I am out to change the world. And so my therapist was like, basically every time you write a book, you think you're supposed to change the world with it. And I'm like, yes, that's how it is. Yes.
With
Kennedy Ryan thing. Very excited. So now we're going out to eat to bowl. We love bowl. It's one of our favorite restaurants.
Sparkling for me.
I'll take sparkling as well.
Me and Mel are going to do all finer than
Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.